Okay, we got one dot. What are the candles doing? They're going away from the dot. I'm gonna go ahead and enter. We've got about 2 more seconds to go, and there we go. So that's 2 in a row. Hey everybody, Mark here. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for joining me. Today I've got a really simple 5-second strategy to share with you. And this is only using one indicator inside of Pocket Option. And so even if you are a beginner and you don't like to use a bunch of complicated indicators on your chart, I would highly suggest trying this out to see how it works out for you. And if you like it, you could incorporate it into your trading routine. So I'm going to be using the Wealth Warriors Trade Manager, of course. This allows us to still have losses or still make profit even if we have losses. This is an incredible trade manager available to all of the VIP members inside of our private Telegram group. Okay, so I'll be using this and you guys can see how it works. But on this video, we're really going to focus on the power of this strategy. Now, so before I begin though, I just wanted to talk about something for a moment because a lot of you are looking for the best strategy out there, which really doesn't exist, right? I mean, some strategies are a little bit better than others, but over the long term, most of them average out to be somewhere around 50% win rate, or maybe somewhere between 45 and 55% over a long period of time. So what you should be really focusing on is not looking for the best strategy. You guys should be really trying to figure out what is your trading routine going to be on the chart and sticking to that routine every day. Okay. Now, so you look at a strategy like a routine because you're waiting for something to happen before you take action, right? This is a routine, and it doesn't matter if you're looking for a dot, if you're waiting for a pullback in the market, if you're waiting for something to happen, a breakout, or if you're waiting for a zigzag line to do something on the chart, whatever that is just your routine. And you want to find the strategy that best fits your personality, because that's what it's all about. The strategy that I like may not be a strategy that you like. So it really depends. And at the end of the day, you are really the strategy when it all comes down to it. So let's just jump in here and I'll show you how to set this up. So you're going to want to use OTC pairs over here. So make sure to favorite some of these. You will need to add the OTC pairs to the top of Pocket Option so you can easily flip through them. And I'll show you how to do that. But so what I'll do here, actually, let's just go ahead and clear all this out. And I'm going to click on the little star here and let's favorite some of these pairs and apply them to the chart up there. And we want to skip any of the live market pairs like this Euro CAD, which does not have OTC. I just want to select the ones that say OTC. That's it. And they're paying out around 92%. Okay. And so that looks pretty good. All right. And so now for the time frame, we're going to be using 5 seconds and we're going to be using regular candlesticks. Now for the expiry over here, how long the trades will last, this is also, you should also set this to 5 seconds as well. Okay. And then so for the indicator, there's only one indicator, and this is going to be the Parabolic SAR. Now, the only change that I've made with this indicator on the styles menu over here is I just made the little dot. It's almost like a little square. And I've made that a little bit larger just so it's just a little bit easier to see on the chart. You can see that these dots appear pretty prominently. So, but now what does this indicator do and how does it work? Well, so if you look closely here, you can see that when these dots are above the candles, we can see the price going down, right? And then when the dots are below the candles, we can start to see the price going up. Look at that, clear as day, right? I'm going to be waiting and looking at the candles to make sure they're going in the right direction in accordance with the dots on the indicator, okay? And I'll show you how this works. Now, what we're looking for is 1 or 2 dots to appear on the chart, okay? The first 1 or 2 dots from the Parabolic SAR to appear. Now, whatever direction it looks like the candle is doing at that point, if it's going in the same direction that the parabolic SAR is telling us, then I will go ahead and enter the trade. Okay. Now I'm going to run through this. We're going to do some live trades here so you guys can understand exactly how this works. Now I'm using a real account inside of Pocket Option. So I've set over here on the trade manager, this is my initial capital is going to be $300. And this is going to help me in determining the sides of the trades that I'm going to use. And so the first trade amount that the trade manager is giving me is 109. So what I'm going to do is over here, I'm going to enter in 109. Let me try that again. So $1.09. This is the first trade amount that the trade manager is giving me. And you'll see once we have losses, we have wins, we have losses, or even if we have more losses than wins, we can still come out profitable with this trade manager. And this is why the members, part of our group, they absolutely love this. I also have some testimonials down below in the link in the description if you guys want to go ahead and check that out. All right, let's go ahead and start using this strategy. And it looks like I have everything set up ready to go. My OTC pairs are paying out around 92%. And I've got that correct trade amount in there. Let's go ahead. I always extra check everything. We had a member the other day, instead of putting $35, they put $3,500 into the amount. So guys, please extra check every time that when you enter an amount in there. Yeah, very, very important. Let's look at what's happening here. So we've just had 1, 2, 3 new dots appear, but look what's happening to the candles here. It looks like it's a little bit indecisive. You can see how it's going sideways. I'm going to go ahead and skip that. And I need something with just a little bit better assurance. Here's another one. So we've got 1, 2, 3 candles that have appeared, but look how these candles are moving. Does it look like they're moving up? Or does it look like they're moving down? Okay, so that would determine if you are going to enter the market or not. And it's okay if you have losses, guys. We're looking for up and downward movement. You know, something that's not going sideways, like this is going sideways, and it might be just consolidating, and so it's not going up or down. And we're looking for kind of like a little bit of a breakout. We've got one dot there. I'm going to go ahead and enter, because it looks like we may be coming down. So let's just go ahead and see what happens. All right, so we won that trade. Now, why did I enter that trade? We had one dot above the price, and it looked like we had some strong red candles pushing down. So I went ahead and entered. Let's go over to the trade manager. This first one is a win. And of course, Pocket Option does not allow us to have trade sizes underneath $1, so I will consider this session completed. Let's go ahead and enter our new balance, which is going to be 301. Great. And the next trade amount, or the first trade amount, is going to be 109. So it's going to be the same amount. Let's go ahead and continue. Still getting over this cold, guys. I don't know what it is. I mean, I call it the plague. One of those things that lasts like 3 or 4 days, or even sometimes a week. Which typically doesn't happen for me very often, but that's okay. We're going to do the video anyway to get some of these strategies out there for you guys. Okay, so we've got 2 dots. Now, what's the price doing? It's coming down. We want the price, and we want these candles to move away from the dots. You see what I mean? So look down here. You can see these candles have formed, but look, the price is moving away from those dots. So this one right here, this setup is invalid. Okay, so let's move on to another one. Now, I wanted to let you guys know a very easy way to flip through the different charts very quickly is I highly recommend to turn on the hotkeys inside a Pocket Option. So activate these, then just use the Shift and Tab key on the keyboard. So hold down Shift and then tap the Tab key. And you can see when I do this, you see how fast I can flip through the different charts. So that comes in really, really handy. And let's just find something here that looks interesting. Oh, that looks kind of cool. Okay, we got one dot. What are the candles doing? They're going away from the dot. I'm going to go ahead and enter. We've got about 2 more seconds to go, and there we go. So that's 2 in a row. And let's go over to the trade manager. Not a whole lot we have to do because this is a win. It's not really exciting when you don't have any losses, I tell you. Well, we don't want losses, but we're going to have those whether or not, doing our trading. But this session is completed. I'm going to go ahead and mark this and clear this out. And the new trade amount that we have inside a pocket option on the real account up here is 302. Let's go ahead and enter that. And this is all you do all day long, is you just compound your account. That's really the whole goal here, guys. Each trading session is going to, in my case, because of my settings here, which are pretty conservative, is going to roughly give me somewhere around 0.4% for every trading session that I've done. Now, we've already done 2 sessions on this video, so that went pretty fast. Well, so we've got some members doing 20, 30 sessions a day. So if you look at the testimonials, and if you're wondering, Mark, how is it possible that your members are earning between 20 and 30? And I can't even believe I'm saying this, but some members are earning 50% of their initial capital. You can see it in the testimonials, and the way they're doing this is because they're doing multiple sessions per day. And that's the strategy that I've built behind the trade manager, because if you just take one session profit, let's just say you're earning 0.40, but you want to do, let's just say, 20 sessions in a day, you've just earned 8% on your account for that day. And that's what's really powerful about this. But let's go ahead and jump in here and make sure that we're set up for the next trade. The next trade amount, the trade manager says to use 110. So it's $1.10. I'll go ahead and change this. Let's go ahead and extra check this, guys. 1.1. Don't want to make that mistake. Entering $100 instead of $1. I can't tell you how many times I've seen this. It's not a happy day. Although sometimes it does work out in your favor. We do have happy accidents. You think you have $1, you put in $100 and you win the trade, but not a great thing. It's not a good or bad. Just make sure to watch what you're doing because you don't want that to happen all the time. Let's go ahead and look for another setup. All right, I've got one green dot there. It looks like the price is pushing away. And we've got about 3 seconds. Ooh, it's going against us, guys. It looks like this could be our first loss. Let's go over here and mark this as a loss. The next trade amount is 206. 2.06. So, okay, looks good. Let's go ahead and move on to the next trade. Okay, we've got 2 dots there. I'm going to go ahead. It looks like it's pushing down, but now it's pushing up. Oh, that was another loss. Let's go back over here to the trade manager, mark this as a loss. The next trade amount is 382. All right, and we just keep going. And now I will check the payout amounts on the currencies that I've added at the top of Pocket Option. At the moment, everything is paying out, it looks like around 92%. So that's important. Even if it drops down a little bit, you guys can still make money. We've got 1 dot, and it looks like the price is kind of hesitating there. I think I missed the pump, and so it's pushing up, but okay, so we've got a profit on that. Let's go over here and mark this as a win. And now there's a couple things we can do here. We can just trade with $1 because obviously Pocket Option doesn't allow you to trade with less than that. Or we can just call it a session. I think I'm just going to call it a session. And so let's go back over here and enter the current trade amount, which is 302.35. 302.35. So it's just a little bit more than it was. Of course, we only used 1 winning trade on the last session, but that's fine. I didn't have very many. We did have some losses, so we didn't quite come out as much in profit as the previous session, but that's fine, guys. Let's enter in the first trade amount for this session, which is 110. So back over here, and now I'm using a less amount. All right, and let's look for another setup. Okay, we got 1 dot above the candles right there. Looks like it could be pushing down. Let's see if I got in time. Oh, it's pushing. All right, awesome. So that is a win. Let's go back over here. That's a win. So we don't really have to do anything. This session is over. And the new balance is 303.36. And that's it, guys. Just keep repeating this. If you have a few losses, you'll have a win or 2 wins. Complete the session, restart the session, and continue. Just like that. Okay, we've got 1 dot down there. I'm going to go ahead and enter. Looks like it could be pushing up a little bit, although we could have a loss here, guys. That's okay. So we did have a loss. Let's go ahead and mark this trade. Put a little L in there. The next trade amount is going to be 207. Great. Let's go ahead and continue. Ooh, that looks pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and enter on that. I kind of jumped on that really quick. Looks like we have another loss, guys. Sometimes you can get impatient. Like I got a little bit impatient there. 383. That's the next trade size. And let's go ahead and look for another one. You do want to take your time, just be wise and make sure. There's a lot to look at. That looks pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and enter and maybe we'll get a little pump. Oh, that is so close. We did have another loss, guys. So that's 3 losses. Now the next trade amount is $7. Let's go ahead and enter this in. Great. And let's go ahead and continue. So I've got 2. I'm going to go ahead and enter right there. And it looks like it's hesitating. So we've got another loss. And so 1252 is the next trade amount. Let's go ahead and continue. Make sure that these are paying out. Yes, they are. So, all right, here we go. We've got 2 dots down there. I'm going to go ahead and enter, guys. And I've got about 1 more second on that. And we do have a win. Awesome. So that's a win. Now we need 1 more win to complete this session, to come out in profit. And now you can see that we've had a win. So the next trade amount is less than the one before it. So this is going to be 401. Let's go ahead and enter that in. 401. Go ahead and extra check everything. Looks good. Let's go ahead and continue. All right, we've got 1 dot down here. Looks like we could be pushing away from these 2 dots, which is awesome. That's going to give us another win. There we go. So we have won this session. Go ahead and mark this as a win. Let's see if we are still in profit. So we've had 1, 2, 3, 4 losses, 2 wins. This session is completed. Let's go back over to Pocket Option. Total, we've made $4.57, guys. We've done it. So now with a lot of the different strategies, you are going to have losses. So I would not approach anything to go into something or go into a strategy or trying to find a strategy without losses, because they're going to happen. And the trade manager was designed for losses. I mean, that was the main purpose behind it, is so if that does happen, how are you still going to get out of the trading session? How are you still going to come out in profit? And these advanced calculations, mathematical calculations, will take care of all the guesswork for you. So you don't have to fumble around wondering, what size, what are the trade amounts going to be? The trade manager will take care of all of that for you. So try this out, guys. Let me know what you think. Leave me a comment below. And I will leave a link down below in the description for more information about VIP. Y'all have a wonderful day, and we will see you on the next video. Take care. Hey everybody, Mark here. I have a question for you. Are you struggling to become profitable with binary options? Does it seem like no matter how many wins you get, your account balance is either going down or it just seems to stay in the same spot? Well, I've got a solution for you. It's called the Wealth Warriors Trade Manager, and it gives you the potential to make between 5 and 10% on your account every day. You could have multiple losses in a row and still come out profitable. And you guys know that, having proper risk management is your key to success with trading. And this trade manager gives you that edge that you need. So join the VIP Telegram group now and get access to all my premium calculators and spreadsheets. Now's the time. It's time to take your trading to the next level. You'll find the link below in the description of this video. Have a good day.